Hello, Cancer. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Cancer is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free, does not cost anything. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Cancer, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we start with the Fool. I think you're someone who is feeling a little bit more lighter, a little bit lighter on your feet, right? I feel that you are, you're ready for more playful energy. You're ready to get up and start living life in a way that's not so concerned with the problems and the challenges. We're looking for a little bit of freedom here, right? I feel like you're somebody who, you have a lot of natural talent, and I think you're looking for a way to express that. I think that we're looking to transcend our present circumstances. Okay? The Fool is ready for that adventure. Yeah. Let's put this into some context. Let's see what the adventure is. Let's see what's going on. There's a Two of Cups. All right. We've got a Princess of Wands underneath. We got the Hanged Man. Yeah. I think you're done with sacrificing your adventure, right? You're done with the suffering and the sacrifice. And you are, you're ready for connection. You're ready for intimacy. You're ready for joy. You're ready for fun. You're ready for purpose. You're ready for some spontaneity and some excitement in life, right? Big contrast between these two. Sacrificing your talent for other things, other responsibilities. And this is kind of saying, look, I know who I am. I know what I'm capable of, and I want to go do it. I want to go be who I am. And there's that courage to do that. You got the spark. You've got the talent. You've got the desire. You've got the courage and the spark of interest. And all we got to do is let go of the anchor. Something's holding you back. There's that tower. There is us. We're not just pulling the anchor up. We're cutting the chain. And that anchor is going to fly. It's going to fall, away. And that's the tower event. I think you're ready to change your life. You're ready to level up. You're ready to transcend. Here we've got a Nine of Wands. We've got the Lovers card. Two of Cups and the Lovers. Okay. You got the Eight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. The difficult thing for you is to realize that sometimes you got to wait. Sometimes the best things in life are worth waiting for, right? Sometimes the growth, the development, the achievements that we're looking for are slow to arrive. Sometimes this is for the best, right? This is the only energy we have in the whole reading that's kind of telling you, slow down a little bit, right? I think that we're really feeling a rush of energy. We want to just we want to rush into whatever this commitment is. I think you feel a very strong desire in you. And we're ready to take the leap or the plunge. We're ready to put our faith and hope and our trust into something, and we're ready to go all in. Whether it's a romantic relationship or a new job, a new career, a new adventure, maybe it's a big move across country or something, or whatever it might be. A new creative pursuit, a new spiritual pursuit. You want to jump in. You want to jump in like head first, and that would really change your life abruptly, immediately, overnight. We kind of want to do something drastic. I feel like we're ready for something wild here. But we have that Eight of Pentacles that's saying, let's be cautious. Let's be smart about it. Let's not do anything too crazy, right? Let's dip our toe in the water and make sure this is for us, and let's ease into it more. But we can have this. We can do this thing. But we don't want to be reckless. We don't want to destroy what we've already built in life, So we're sort of thinking like, if this is a romance, we just want to fully commit 100% all in right away, rushing into it. But our higher nature is saying, well, yeah, let's Let's see how it goes. Let's be smart about it. We know that a good, solid relationship needs to have good roots, good foundations. It needs to have a good, strong trunk and a lot of good branches if it's going to bear the best fruit. So we have to be willing to put the time, effort, energy into it. We realize it's an investment. We want this overnight change. We want this excitement. We want this adventure. We've got to be smart about it. This is a card called prudence, patience. We can have it, but let's go slow, right? So we don't make mistakes, so we don't rush too fast and we end up ruining something. Let's take a little bit of time. We got a little bit of time. It's difficult for you to do that. I think you want something, you want it now. We see a lot of very intense energy here. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. I think something very intense is happening to you right now. This is our random card. We're going to set it down here with Mr. Tao, the yin yang duck. We're not going to look at that until the very end. But it will tie everything together and it will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If you have a prediction for that card, please put it in the comments down below. All right. Let's take a look around the room. We've got the major arcana, big time major arcana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana. We've got fire. You've got water. You don't have any air, and you've got your earth cards. Why is there no air? Well, are we not thinking? Are we just feeling it, and we've got this desire, and we're just ready to go jump into it? Not a lot of air energy. Maybe it means that we should slow down, think it through. There's always a level of practicality here. There's always kind of like the voice of reason that we need to let's just make sure we kind of are looking at everything right and making sure that we vet the situation. But not too much. I think the mystery card will be a little bit of air, but not too much. Because as it is, the Fool is the air energy. The Fool is not thinking about anything. The Fool is kind of like empty, right? It's a zero. It will just, it will merge with anything that comes its way. So we need to be able to direct this energy in a particular fashion. I think that's why we've got our Lover's card too. The Fool is really drawn to this. It feels like this is where you belong. It feels like this is the right combination for you. Okay? And we just have to make sure that we do this in a very responsible way. Spirit's not telling you not to jump into it, but to just make sure that you prepare, make sure that you're fortified, make sure that you know what you're doing. Make sure that you think it through a little bit, and you're aware of the consequences, and you're aware of how your life is really going to change from here on out. So a lot of major arcana: fire and water and earth. Okay, the Fool and this too. To me, this is kind of a fool in love. Fool in love, right? Very simple interpretation. I feel that we are so enamored by something that we feel is absolutely so thoroughly right for us that it's like we can't think of anything else. Don't ask me to make any important decisions right now because I'm just kind of blissed out in this love feeling, And I feel that you're so ready for this, especially with this Hanged Man in the background. Let's talk about the Hanged Man. Let's get it out of the way. I feel the Hanged Man is something that was an anchor for you, something holding you back from really getting with your true love. This doesn't have to be romance, though, okay? It could be. Feels like it is, but doesn't have to be. This could be any kind of just urge to merge, any kind of desire for union, okay? There was something preventing you from going after it before. Maybe it was responsibility. Maybe it was your own insecurity or self-consciousness. Maybe we had other obligations. I feel that you were suffering and sacrificing this true love for something else. This was an anchor. We're done with it. Breaking away from this. Okay? This is behind you. We don't need to talk about it too much. It might come back up in further conversation, but we'll see. Underneath the surface, the Princess of Wands. This is the impulsive behavior that we're sort of feeling, like we just feel this spark of enthusiasm, and it's just like, I'm going to go out right now and buy all the art supplies I need. This is when we get that spark of interest, that flash of that inspiration. Maybe it's to paint, or to I want to play the drums, right? I'm going to go out today. I'm going to buy all the drum stuff I need. I'm going to go out and I'm going to start doing it right now. I'm going to go all in. I'm going to spare no expense. This is the pearl of great price for you. Okay? And so we feel this kind of awakening. We feel a spark here. And we're thinking, I need to take this spark and I need to build it up into a raging fire of motivation and enthusiasm. But we know that there's no swords cards here. Maybe we don't know. That we might be feeling a little impulsive, right? That this is something that we haven't thought through. And that's okay. We don't need to, really. I think I want to peek so bad at this mystery card. I want just a little bit of air energy to say, okay, we at least are aware of what we're doing. Because this is like we get that spark and we just run with it. Okay. You got the courage for this too. We got the appetite. You've got that. I think this is a good sign, having the strength card up here, because it's saying that you have this intense appetite and this intense desire for this thing. You're hungry for this path. You want this union, but you're also in control of yourself. Okay. So to me, this feels like you're fully aware of what you're doing. You're fully aware of how impulsive it might seem to other people. Like they might be looking at you and be like, wow, Cancer, like this is really sudden, right? And I know, but I got this. I'm in control. I know what I'm doing. Maybe we don't see the swords cards because you're not going to talk yourself out of this, and you're not going to let anybody else talk you out of it either. Yeah. We get too many swords cards, and you know what they do? They start multiplying. When you have one thought, suddenly you have two, then you got 4, then you've got 8, then you've got 64 and 128 and 256 and all that kind of stuff. We're not trying to do that. So we're just kind of like, I don't want to think about it. I don't want to start questioning it, because then I'm doomed. I'm going down that road and then it's garbage, right? So you're saying, I'm going to stay in control of myself. I know what I'm doing. I'm not going to sit here and think about it. So I don't feel like you're trying to listen to anybody giving you any kind of advice. Maybe it's not going to be a sword card over here in the mystery card. You got the appetite, but you got the discipline and the self-control. And I think it's perfect. I really think this is perfect. Don't usually say that, but of course we have to have our caveats over here with that earth energy. Now, the Tower in the future position. This is going to change your life in a major way. Okay. Doing this is going to change your life in an absolutely major way. And I think part of our prudence, part of our caution, our self-control is that we don't want to change everything too quickly. We don't want to change every dimension of our life like that, because it has a ripple effect. And I think that we have to be aware of how our choices are going to cause some casualties in the world around us. The Tower event's always disruptive. Any kind of abrupt change like this is going to shake things up. It's going to destabilize your life. A lot of things are going to be up in the air, And so we have to be ready for that, and we have to try to minimize any of the collateral damage, any of the casualties. Okay? And this is part of the Spirit's recommendation here to slow down a little bit. You're going to get there. The Queen of Wands, or the Queen of Pentacles, is saying you're going to get there. But let's be able to look back at this and say, okay, you know what? I did everything right. And you're going to get there. Okay. Sometimes we change things too quickly and it doesn't last. We don't want this to be just a flash in the pan. We don't want this to be a love, a spark of interest, a new hobby, a new relationship, a new path, a new adventure that we tire of very quickly, or that we do it with such intense enthusiasm at the very beginning, but then it just sort of fizzles out. We don't want it to fizzle. We want this spark to grow into an all-consuming joy and beauty and an adventure of a lifetime, right? We don't want it to just be, well, I did it for a day or two, and then now I'm stuck with all the art supplies in my bedroom, and I don't know what to do with them. Because I think we've all been there, where we make a decision, something that we feel we want very, very badly, and we go and we do it, and we get all involved in it, we put all of our effort, energy, time, and money into it, and then it fizzles out, and after a few days, like, I don't like it anymore, but I've spent all this money on it, I've already, filled up my house with all this stuff, and now I don't want to do it. It's kind of like we go into the kitchen with this appetite, and we get everything out of the refrigerator, and we start cooking all these things, and then when we're finally done, we're just like, I wasn't really that hungry. I don't really want it. I wasn't hungry for all this, So we don't want to do that. So maybe there is that idea of let's just kind of go slow at first, and let's make sure we really like it, and then we can start picking up speed. Things can start really ramping up. It's kind of, can you imagine if you were in a car at a stop, 0 miles an hour, and suddenly like that, the car's going 100 miles an hour? You'd probably break your neck, I don't know, right? It would just be bad. So gradually we pick up speed. We go from 0 to 100, and it takes a few seconds. It's not instantaneous. I think we wouldn't make it, right? It would be very damaging, okay? It would destabilize our life, literally, So there's a gradual acceleration. We can get there. We can get to top speed here. You can get everything you want. You can have it all, but we just need a little bit of that self-control, a little bit of the patience, so that we can come up to speed in a way that we're going to really be able to adapt to it, and we're going to make sure that everything's fine, and it's better that way, okay? Path of the Serpent. Now, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. It is totally free. Doesn't cost anything. Your general energy is the Strength, the Nine of Wands. When you're connected with that sense of purpose, you feel this surge of energy, and it will not fizzle out. This is something that doesn't fizzle. No fizzle here. This is like a permanent state of interest, enthusiasm. This is commitment. This is an oath, a promise. This is willpower. This is an energy level that is sustained over time. Okay? The Princess of Wands, this could fizzle. But if this is really meant for you, if it's really, really your purpose, your path in life, if this adventure is really yours, the energy will be there. And it will grow, and this spiritual fire will grow. It will not fizzle. Okay? And so this is something that you can be sure of, that we don't have to reach out and grab it and cling to it really tight right now because we don't want to lose it. We can slowly come up to speed and know and have this kind of confidence that everything's right on track. Okay? The energy will be there. Now, the Lover's card in the environment, this is obviously kind of a symbol of what this union is. I feel like this is a choice for you to commit to something at the exclusion of everything else. This is the path for you. This is the true love soulmate situation. This is the sense of purpose, knowing your path, knowing why you're here. And this is the inspiration to commit to it fully, 1,000% yes. 1 and 1 here equals more than 2. Okay? There's no doubt in your mind that this is the right path for you. Okay? Of course, we got our 8 of Pentacles. It's difficult for you to let things sort of grow slowly. It's like we want it now. I want it now, now, now. But like the 8 of Pentacles is showing, we need to let things grow in a very organic way. We cannot rush things. As badly as we want it right now, we've got to let it build up. We've got to let things grow. And when things can grow in their own way, organically, we can help to accelerate it, right? But we need to let it grow so that it can be strong. Like a company that grows too fast, it's going to fall apart. It's going to crash and burn, right? It's got to grow. We want it to grow at a quick pace, but steadily. We want to be able to grow with it. We want the container to be able to grow along with the contents. Okay? So the content, let's say content and context of life. We don't want our plant to grow so fast that we cannot transplant it to a bigger pot. It ends up dying because it grew too fast. I didn't have time to put it in the backyard or whatever, you know. So it needs to grow at a steady pace, but one that will allow you to also prepare the infrastructure to be able to handle. It's like a city that grows too fast, but you don't have the plumbing to really to take care of it all, you know. So we have this idea of kind of an organic growth, slow but steady, doing it the right way so that it is strong and lasting. You don't want this to just be a fling. You want this to be something lasting, right? And we see our Queen of Pentacles at the end here. That really is a very deep satisfaction. This is you in the future. This is your future self looking back at the long, winding road. That long and winding road. The queens always look at the past. This is your future self looking back to right now. Okay? This is the past of your future. And being very thankful that you did things the proper way. You could have taken the shortcut, the straight path, you know, the straight line from point A to point B. But you did things the right way. And maybe it took longer, but it was a more organic, a more steady, a more permanent kind of structure that you built. It's a relationship that is lasting. It's a relationship that is built with good soil and good water and good air and a good place. And so it doesn't fizzle. So you're going to be very, very thankful that you did things the right way now, and you didn't take like the shortcut, or you didn't just rush head first into something without thinking or without planning or without any kind of caution, you know, or self-control. Yeah. Let's look at the mystery card. I was thinking it would be air energy. Now I'm not so sure. Now I kind of feel like it's just going to be more water. It's going to be a 9 or a 10 of cups, or maybe pentacles. Maybe it's the Chariot, right? Your power card. Let's see what we have. It's a 4 of wands. It's completion. It's a stable accomplishment. It's saying you're coming home. This is kind of a welcome home energy right now. Okay. So I feel like this is the successful completion of this energy. This is kind of you arriving in this new life, arriving in this reality. The tower event that we see that's disrupting everything, here with the 4 of wands, we see it settling. Okay. The 4 of wands is also, not only is it a welcome home, it's also a bon voyage. Okay. It's kind of saying that, look, you've set out on this new adventure in the right way. You've tied up the loose ends. You have closure. You've cut the anchor away. You can't take on this new adventure until you get rid of this anchor anyway, right? So this is kind of saying, like, complete the old thing first before you start the new thing. Okay? Have the closure, cut that anchor away. Have some sort of finality to it. Complete that cycle before you take on this new adventure, because you want to do it right. Okay. Something very intense is happening to you right now. We're going to do an extended reading. There's a link in the corner. There's a link down below. New readings for Cancer, Tuesday and Friday. Be sure to watch both readings. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. Doesn't cost anything. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we're all in this together.